ATX Tower was supposed to be the crown jewel of downtown Austin. 55 stories of luxury apartments, Class A office space, and floor-to-ceiling glass designed to frame skyline views that would justify premium rents. Instead, that glass is breaking loose from the tower and is still falling onto West 6th Street today. First in March of 2025. Then again 8 days later. Then again in June, then in August, then in September. 5 incidents in 6 months, all from the same tower, all onto one of Austin's busiest downtown corridors. The builder's response after the third time? They put a roof over the sidewalk. Not a permanent architectural feature, a construction-style canopy bolted together so pedestrians could walk beneath a 670-foot tower without wondering if the next panel was coming down on them. This is how a $500 million tower became the most dangerous sidewalk in Austin. The building sits at the corner of West 6th and Guadalupe Street, right in the middle of downtown Austin's bar and restaurant district. Heavy foot traffic, cars parked along the curb, people walking to lunch, heading to work, stumbling home at 2 in the morning. This is not some isolated construction site on the edge of town. It's one of the most active pedestrian corridors in the city. ATX Tower was developed and built by Ryan Companies, a major national builder with a portfolio of institutional projects. The design team reads like a who's who of high-rise architecture. Handel Architects, out of New York. Magnuson Clemensich Associates, handling structural engineering. Page as architect of record. The building spans roughly 834,000 square feet across 55 stories, combining luxury rental apartments, 120,000 square feet of office space, street-level retail, and premium amenities. Marketing materials describe it as peak Austin living. The renderings show walls of glass catching the Texas sun, sweeping views of Lady Bird Lake and the hill country. That glass was the whole selling point. Floor-to-ceiling curtain wall, the kind of facade that makes a skyscraper photograph well and commands top-dollar rents. Austin has been in the middle of a high-rise construction boom for years, and ATX Tower was positioned as one of the signature projects of that wave. Not a speculative gamble by an unknown developer, but a flagship mixed-use tower backed by serious institutional money, designed by nationally recognized firms, and located on one of the most prominent corners in the city. The problem is, when your entire building is wrapped in glass, the glass has to stay attached to the building. On March 15, 2025, the outer light of a double-paned window unit fell from the tower during high winds. The inner pane stayed intact, but the exterior glass came apart and dropped to street level. The Austin Fire Department responded, closed roadways, and warned people away from the area. Ryan Companies told local media that the construction site was unoccupied at the time of the incident and that their glass subcontractor secured the area and made repairs. No one was hurt. The narrative at that point was simple. High winds, an exterior pane, an isolated event during construction. Things like this happen on big job sites. Then, 8 days later, on March 22nd, it happened again. Another glass panel fell from the tower. Another round of road closures. Another emergency response. Still no reported injuries, but now there were 2 data points instead of 1, and 2 is harder to explain away as a fluke. Ryan Companies maintained the same tone. They responded quickly, secured the site, and emphasized safety. The framing was still about weather and isolated incidents, not about anything wrong with the building's facade system. And for a few months, the story went quiet. Until June, when a third glass panel fell from a TX tower onto West 6th Street, the local coverage shifted. KVUE reported that panels had now fallen 3 times in 4 months, and the word again started appearing in every headline. Austin police responded to a traffic hazard call in the 300 block of West 6th, where 2 vehicles were reportedly damaged by the falling glass. Residents and business owners in the area told reporters they were uneasy just walking or driving beneath the tower. 3 falls in 4 months changes the math. 1 incident is a fluke. 2 is a coincidence you monitor. 3 is a pattern, and patterns demand explanations that high winds can't cover anymore. Ryan Companies issued a statement after the 3rd fall saying their team responded immediately, secured and cleaned the area, confirmed no injuries, and promised a thorough investigation to determine the cause. The language was careful and corporate. Commitment to safety, thorough investigation, no specific technical diagnosis, no explanation of what was actually going wrong with the glass. But they did do one thing that spoke louder than any press release. They announced they would install a covered walkway over the sidewalk outside the tower. Think about what that decision actually means. A developer spending money to build a protective canopy over a public sidewalk isn't something that happens because everything is fine. It's an implicit admission that the risk of more falling glass is real enough to warrant permanent shielding above the heads of people just trying to walk down the street. The city's Development Services Department acknowledged the incidents and said they were aware of the protective measures being taken at the site. Local news footage and social media posts from late June show the canopy going up. Construction-style scaffolding and overhead panels attached to the base of what was marketed as a world-class residential and office tower. The kind of temporary structure you normally see during demolition, not during the final stages of a premium new build. The contrast between the glossy renderings of ATX Tower's glass curtain wall and the improvised safety structure bolted to its street frontage tells a story that no amount of corporate messaging can rewrite. Pedestrians walking beneath the canopy were being funneled through a corridor of plywood and steel because the building above them couldn't be trusted to hold itself together. The covered walkway became a piece of emergency architecture, woven into the urban fabric of downtown Austin because the building's own skin couldn't be trusted, and for a brief window, it looked like the story might end there. The canopy was up. The investigation was underway. Maybe the problem would get solved quietly. It didn't. In early August, glass fell from ATX Tower for the fourth time. 4 incidents in 4 months. The covered walkway was already in place, and the glass was still coming down. Industry publication US Glass Magazine ran the headline with the count right in it. 4th incident in 4 months. A widely shared Instagram post described the 670-foot skyscraper as being under investigation after multiple glass panels had reportedly fallen in recent months. By August 4th, a spokesperson for Austin's Development Services Department confirmed to media that the city was aware of the most recent incident and was working with Ryan Companies to conduct site inspections while the contractor investigated the cause. This wasn't a matter of internal quality control anymore. The city was now actively involved in oversight and inspection. The problem had climbed from job site concern to municipal investigation. And then, September. On September 18th, crews with Ryan Companies discovered another broken glass panel at the ATX Tower construction site. KVUE reported it as the 5th incident that year, noting that for the past 6 months they had been covering glass panels falling from this same tower. KEXAN ran a segment describing the discovery and quoting Ryan Companies as saying that no one was injured. This is where the contractor's public messaging got especially interesting. After 5 incidents, Ryan Companies told KXAN that they had engaged third-party consultants who confirmed that the installation and design of the glass exterior met all safety, industry, and quality standards. Their independent investigation, the company said, found no systemic issues with the building's glass panels. No systemic issues. 5 falls, 6 months, a covered walkway, a city investigation, and the official position was that nothing was fundamentally wrong with the glass. At the same time, city statements reported by KXAN indicated that the contractor itself had identified a defect in some of the broken panels connected to recent incidents. So the glass was defective enough for specific panels to be flagged, but not defective in a systemic way. That's a very precise distinction, and it's the kind of distinction that reads differently depending on whether you're writing a press release or standing on the sidewalk underneath the building. The city's response to the September incident was more direct than anything that came before. Development Services directed the contractor to reinstall sidewalk protection while the issue was being addressed. The canopy that went up after the 3rd incident, the emergency fix that was supposed to protect pedestrians during the investigation, had apparently been removed or reduced at some point. Now the city was ordering it put back. If you are finding this useful, subscribe. We cover America's biggest engineering failures and megaproject disasters every week. Now here's what makes this story more than just a construction problem. To understand why glass panels fall from high-rises, you have to understand how modern curtain wall systems work. ATX Tower, like most contemporary glass skyscrapers, uses insulating glass units, often called IGUs. These are double-paned assemblies where two lights of glass are sealed together with a spacer and filled with inert gas for thermal performance. The outer light faces the weather. The inner light faces the interior. They are held in place by aluminum frames, pressure bars, gaskets, and structural sealants that together form the curtain wall. When the system works correctly, it is remarkably strong. But there are several known failure modes that can cause the exterior light to detach. Perimeter seal failure can allow moisture intrusion, which degrades the bond holding the outer pane in its frame. Improper heat treatment during manufacturing can leave residual stresses in the glass that lead to spontaneous breakage, sometimes months or years after installation. Nickel sulfide inclusions, tiny impurities trapped in tempered glass during production, can expand over time under thermal cycling and cause the panel to shatter without warning. In a climate like Austin's, where summer temperatures regularly exceed 100 degrees and glass surfaces can reach 170 degrees or more in direct sun, thermal stress is a constant. The differential between the center of a panel, baking in sunlight, and the edges shaded by the frame creates forces that exploit any manufacturing defect or installation weakness. A panel that might survive for decades in Seattle or San Francisco faces a much harsher test cycle in Central Texas, where a single day can swing from morning cool to afternoon furnace. Add wind loads on a 670-foot tower, which increase significantly with height, and you have a system operating under significant combined stress every day of the year. U.S. Glass Magazine's coverage of the early incidents discussed these exact mechanisms, noting that in hot climates, thermal stress and poor tempering can exacerbate latent glass flaws. The publication also raised the possibility of pressure bar or structural seal failure combined with edge seal degradation, which would allow the outer light to physically separate from its frame under wind pressure. None of this is exotic or unprecedented. Glass panels have fallen from high rises in cities around the world, and the pattern almost always looks the same. In North Vancouver, residents of a brand new condo tower reported multiple balcony glass panels shattering and falling within months of occupancy, even as the developer insisted each failure was isolated. The public response was nearly identical to what's playing out in Austin. Assurances from the builder, frustration from residents, and a growing gap between what the engineering reports say and what people can see with their own eyes. The pattern at ATX Tower, where individual panels fail but the overall system is declared sound, fits a well-documented category of facade problems in modern glass architecture. The question isn't really whether glass can fall from a skyscraper. Engineers know it can. The question is what you do about it when it keeps happening, and whether no systemic issues is an adequate answer when the sidewalk beneath your building needs a roof. In October of 2025, an Austin couple named J.E. Aranda and his wife filed a lawsuit alleging they were injured by glass that fell from ATX Tower during one of the March incidents. According to a summary of the lawsuit from KVUE, the couple was walking near the tower when glass from a falling panel struck them, hitting their eyes and their bodies. They required medical care for eye irritation and cuts, and they described the experience as both physically painful and emotionally traumatic. The lawsuit alleged that protections at the time were inadequate, and that the site did not have sufficient safeguards to protect pedestrians from falling debris. The couple contended that the injuries could have been prevented with proper shielding, the kind of covered walkway that was not installed until months later, after the third incident. Ryan Companies denied all claims of wrongdoing in their response, and they demanded strict proof of the allegations. The contractor confirmed that broken glass had been discovered on the date in question, but offered an alternative explanation. The company suggested that strong winds exceeding 30 miles per hour likely caused debris from a neighboring property to strike the window, implying that the damage came from outside rather than from any weakness in ATX Tower's glazing system. That framing is worth pausing on. The contractor's position was not that the glass did not break. It was that something else broke the glass, wind-blown debris from a neighboring building, not a failure of the curtain wall itself. Whether that explanation holds up in court remains to be seen, but it represents a consistent strategy of isolating each incident from the broader pattern. Aranda used his interview with KVUE to call on city officials to increase oversight of construction sites, connecting his personal injury to a broader demand for accountability. His wife described the experience as frightening, saying they had no warning before the glass hit them. For people living and working near ATX Tower, the legal arguments about what caused any single panel to fail matter less than the simple fact that glass keeps ending up on the sidewalk. And that gets at the core tension of this entire story. On one side, you have a contractor backed by third-party consultants, a professionally designed curtain wall system, and a statement that meets every standard of corporate crisis communication. On the other side, you have 5 incidents, a covered walkway, a city that keeps ordering protections to be reinstalled, and a couple who went to the hospital because they walked past the wrong building on the wrong day. There's a version of the story where the consultants are right, where a handful of individual panels had manufacturing defects, they were identified, they were replaced, and the building goes on to perform exactly as designed for decades. That is entirely possible, but the public record does not yet support that conclusion because the incidents kept happening after each round of assurances, and the city kept demanding physical protections that the contractor's own findings said were unnecessary. The covered walkway is still there. The investigation is technically ongoing. The building is still under construction, and the fundamental question remains unanswered. Not whether ATX Tower's glass system meets industry standards on paper, but whether it can reliably keep its glass attached to the building in practice. ATX Tower was designed by some of the best firms in the industry. It was built by a national contractor with a serious track record. It sits in the middle of a major American city, surrounded by people who assumed the buildings around them were safe. And 5 times in 6 months, the glass said otherwise. The canopy over that sidewalk on West 6th Street is still standing. It was never supposed to be permanent, but then again, the glass was not supposed to fall in the first place.